What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Investing with Rod. Sorry about that. We had to redo the entire broadcast. We did have some technical difficulties. I had to switch back to my old software because there's an issue with the new software and how it's connecting with the MacBook from Apple. And they did an upgrade or update, and it's just been one big mess. That's why you haven't seen me live on any other channels. Hey, but enough of all that. Let's jump into this, man. Welcome to Investing with Rod. Please do me a favor. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, hit that thumbs up button, get a video a like. As you can see from the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about the best investments for beginners going into 2025. I could tell you right now, man, I'm going to be sharing my screen. We have a couple of things that we need to do before we even get into picking out our stock. Now, keep in mind, please keep in mind that you have to make sure you don't invest a dollar that you can't afford to lose. That's the first rule. I don't care what I say. I don't care what other content creators say. I don't care what your buddies say. Never invest a dollar that you can't afford to lose. Now, the first thing we're going to do, we want to keep our portfolio, our beginner portfolio, between 1 and 3 investments. 1 and 3 investments. It could be stocks, it could be crypto, or it could be exchange traded funds. Speaking of which, let me backtrack a little bit. On this channel, we talk about stocks, we talk about crypto, we talk about exchange traded funds, also known as ETFs. And more importantly, we show you how to invest on a budget. You only have $5 per week or per pay period or per month, $10. You're in the right place because your boy Rod is going to show you exactly how to do it with just a little bit of money. You know, we want to slowly build our way, and that's why I said 1 to 3 stocks. Next thing you want to do is pick an investing platform. What do I mean by this? You want to decide which brokerage you're going to use. Are you going to use something? Today we're going to be using Robinhood. It is extremely simple. You have other apps such as Webull, pretty much an online app. You have Moomoo. Or you could go more traditional with your bank, like Merrill Edge from Bank of America or JP Morgan from Chase Bank, if you choose to do so. Fidelity. I have accounts with Fidelity. I have accounts with JP Morgan. I have an account with Webull, Moomoo, and Robinhood. And I found that Robinhood is probably the most user-friendly app that's out there. And that's kind of why I want to use it. That's why I kind of primarily use it for my investment videos. I like to just stick with something that's simple. I don't like to talk all big words and shoot stuff over people's head. What's the point? So the first thing we're going to do is look at your very first investment. I am going to break this down into 3 different groups. If I could only get 3 stocks, which groups would I look at? I would look at, first and foremost, without a shadow of a doubt, the first investment I would look at is the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF or exchange traded fund. It's gonna cover the entire U.S. stock market. It's gonna have about 3,647 different stocks. 9 times out of 10, you pass by a major company. I'm not talking about Bob's Tire Shop or Louis Pastrami or anything like that, but a major company. You ride by it, there's a high chance it is included in the Vanguard Total Stock Market Fund. What I'm going to go ahead and do right now is share my screen. And I want to explain some of this stuff to you that we're going to be looking at. And as you can see here, let me get rid of this so it'll be a little, if I need it, I'll come back. Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. I am at the top of the screen, so if you kind of like to follow along while I'm talking, I am up there. And it is currently trading at $301.28. Right underneath, whenever you see the dollar and a number, that's the share, the price for 1 share. Now, what I like about Robinhood, you could do what they call fractional shares. It's like buying a piece of a pie. You're not buying the entire $301. If you only have $5, $10, you're going to get a $5 or $10 slice of the pie. Keep that in mind. So what we're going to do right now is go ahead and I'm going to go down here and show you. We're going to go to the About section. If you're on Robinhood, there it is, number of holdings, 3,000. 647. And one of the things I like to do when I am checking out a different stock here is I like to look and see exactly what is in that portfolio. Notice I'm scrolling down. I don't care about the different sectors, but as I come here and I look, I see that the top 10 holdings making up 30% of this total ETF. Now, again, it has 3,647 different stocks, but these 10 make up 30% of that. So you have Apple, you have Nvidia, you have Microsoft, Amazon, Meta Platforms, which is the parent company for Facebook and Instagram. You also have Alphabet Class A and C, which is Google's parent company, also own YouTube. And then you have Berkshire Hathaway. And these make up. And you have Broadcom and Eli Lilly rounding out the top 10, man. Now, one of the things I want to show everybody, and then I'm going to speed this up a little bit, but not go too fast where I'm kind of going past everyone. Now, notice right here it said my market value is $5.04. I've made total return 4 cents, and I have 0.01674 of a share. Again, I have a slice of the pie, but what I wanted to show y'all more importantly is I only invested $5. $5, and as you can see, if I wanted to buy, I have buy VTI over here to the right, sell VTI, buy order. We're gonna do it in dollars. We're gonna come down here, put $5. It'll tell us estimated quantity, how much we're gonna estimate to get, and go ahead and review order. And then it'll tell me right now I have $5.04 worth of buying power. That's how much money I have to invest. Now, if you were to sell a stock, it would actually go to your buying power, and then you could transfer it from your individual account over to your bank account if you need the money. So the first investment we're going to look at is VTI. I am going to go up here. Bear with me. The next one I will look at is VOO. Ticker symbol VOO. And it would hang up here. All right, there we go. So we're going to scroll down here. We've already seen what's in it. Now we're going to go to VOO. We're going to go over here. I'm going to go up here to the search, type VOO. That is the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, also known. You'll hear people say VOO more than that. Vanguard S&P 500. It's kind of trading at $557. So we're not going to get too big of a piece of the pie with only $5. But one of the things I want to look at in the year to date, this has made year to date roughly 28.55% total return. For every $100 you invest, you're going to get 28. You're going to have 28 extra dollars just from letting your money sit there and ride. Now, this is going to have about 507 stocks in it. It is the S&P 500, which is the top 500 stocks in America. But some of them, like Alphabet, ASC, Berkshire Hathaway, and A and B, they're going to have duplicate. That's why you have the 07 and not just a straight up 500. The top 10 holdings for VOO is Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta. Pretty much almost the same thing to the T, with the exception of Tesla. Tesla is included in VOO, where it's not included. Eli Lilly instead of Tesla in VTI. But again, you have 3,000 plus other investments with the Vanguard Total Stock Market Fund. So now we have our thing that's covering the whole market. We have our ETF that's going to account for growth. This is a kind of a growth ETF. And the next one we're going to look at is going to be, to make up our top 3, we need a dividend. And one of the most popular ones out there right now is the Schwab U.S. dividend ETF. I'm going to go up here. It is pretty cheap, $27.95 per share. Year to date, it is up 10.53. That's probably one of the worst investments that I have as far as return on my investment. Is it still above the threshold? 10, 11%. It's right there. But their dividends are astronomical. So for every share you have, I want to say the dividends right now are roughly around 25 cents per share, paid out every quarter or every 3 months. As you can see, once again, I only have $5 in SCHD. I pretty much use Robinhood to do my videos, and then I may move the money to JP Morgan or somewhere else, depending on what I have these different investments specified for. Now, again, I would only have one investment platform to start with. Make it Robinhood, make it Webull, make it JP Morgan, Merrill Edge, Fidelity, but only have one to start out with. Now, why do I have so many? Because each of my brokerage accounts have different things that I'm using them for. One, I may be using for travel. Two, I'm using for my next vehicle purchase. The next one I'm using for, because I want to pay down some credit cards. So each brokerage account has different meanings when it comes to ROD, but for beginners, let's just start with one. So now one thing that's bugging me is this 10% year to date. So one of the things that I always believe in is having a backup plan. So I'm telling you to pick 3 investments, but you may want to pick 4 to 6, just in case one like this. I'm kind of skeptical about this. I'm like, let me look and see. I know that there's another one out there, and I'm going to go ahead and type the symbol. Notice you can spell it out. I'm pretty set on the symbols. It's quicker, but I don't have time to put iShares Core. Now, if you know that's what it is, you can type it, or you can always look it up, Google. Now, it's currently trading almost a little more than double SCHD at $63 per share, meaning it's going to take $63 for me to get one share instead of $28. But what I want to do right now is look at the year to date. Remember, 10.53 year to date for SCHD. Now, while DGRO is going to have a lower dividend per quarter, it's also making 17.65% return on my investment instead of the 10%. So in this case, I would probably go with DGRO. So to round this out, if I could only have 3, I would start. We're going to start with 1. Just get VTIs. Before I go any further, I'm not a financial advisor. This video or live stream is for informational and educational purposes only. Again, make sure you do your own research before you invest any of your hard-earned money. Now, we got that out the way. So what I would do is I would get VTI. Once I've built up a substantial holding there, maybe $100 there, get you $100, set goals, or you can swap it every month or every payday. With this payday, I'm going to do VTI. The next payday, I'm going to do VOO. And then the next payday, I'm going to do DGRO. Or you may only do it once a month. Or you may do it 4 times a month. It just really depends on what you feel comfortable with. So we got our top 3. Now I think we're ready to move and get us some individual stocks. Not too many. I think when you're just starting, I wouldn't go past 5. I'd stick with 5. And at any given time, unless you're like me, you have a YouTube channel or something, I wouldn't have any more than 10 different investments. I probably would try to stay around 5 to 8, to be honest, because they're going to start what they call overlapping. You'll have one stock in this ETF, and then 8 of them here, and 8 of them are the same, and then you start overlapping. You really don't want to go more than 50% overlap. Some experts say try to keep it around 33%. So the next thing I'm going to pick, I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to type the ticker symbol. One of the things I like is Walmart. Everybody shops at Walmart. Not everybody, quite a few people. Quite a few people shop at Walmart. So now Walmart is currently trading at $95.08. A lot more reasonable than the $500 and the $300, but keep in mind, there we're getting a lot of different companies. So I don't really mind paying a bigger stock price. Or you can get an SPLG where the stock is going to be, it's just like VOO, but it's going to be around $70 a share. So look at that Walmart, $95. Now what I want to do is look at the year to date for Walmart. It is up year to date 81.39%. Now here's why I see a lot of beginners make mistakes. They'll look and they'll see, wow, 81%, that is past performance year to date, January 2024 to the current date. Does that mean it's going to do that in 2025? Not at all. So is it safer to have ETFs? Yes, because you roll the dice if you have a little money to play with. Now, I personally wouldn't have two investments, one ETF and one stock, and do a 50-50 split. I would probably I may go as far as 80 to 90% ETF when I'm first starting, and 10 to 20% individual stock. That's just me, because if I lose a significant portion of my money, it's only 20% of my overall portfolio value. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. So 81.39%. Now what I want to do right now, I just picked Walmart at the bunch, but AI is taking over artificial intelligence. And one of the leaders there is NVIDIA, ticker symbol ENVDA. I'm looking at a video right now. Give it a minute to populate here. Must be making a lot of money. It's down today. It's currently trading at $131.15. But year to date, I already know it's up there because I bought it a lot lower. It is currently up 166.39% year to date. So for every $100 you put in there, you're going to have 100 and 100 is 100%. So you have $269. Simple math to me, man. I'm curious to see, what do I have here? I have a whole $11 here. So as you can see, I'm slowly building up my portfolio. Now, you rarely can go anywhere. And I'm just I don't know what people are noticing what I'm doing here. The companies that I'm picking are people driven. People go to Walmart. Everybody's talking about AI and artificial intelligence. Does everybody agree with it? No, but people are talking about it. It's the next wave of the future. You may as well get on board now because it's going to happen. Now, you can rarely go somewhere where you see anywhere from a middle-aged teenager up into a adult. Even some of our older adults now, you rarely can see them without their phone up to their face and they're looking at Instagram or they're checking their Facebook account. And so another good investment is Meta Platforms. They own both Facebook, they also own Instagram, and they also own the WhatsApp app. So Meta Platforms is currently trading at $623.55. So I'm going to come over here year to date. What has it done? We picking some winners. It's up 77%, 77.49% year to date. So our worst one, and we got rid of that joint, was SCHD at 10%. We got rid of that and moved something in for 28%. VTI is going to be at 28, 29%. VOO is going to be roughly in the same place. So right now we've made it where our lowest return on our investment, even with the top three, is like 28% return on our money. For every $100 we invest, we're going to make $28. And now we're throwing the Walmarts in there at 77% or 71%. We're throwing the Meta Platforms and the NVIDIA 166%, Meta 77%. And then if you just want to keep going, and I'm not going to, dig this in the ground, but I do want to look at a couple more. Let's look at a company that I don't think is going anywhere. They're in the computer space, they're in the internet space, and they're entering the AI space, and that is Microsoft. Curious to see, where is Microsoft currently trading at? $448.30, $450.99 year to date. Now you can see what it did today, and that's cool, but if I'm going to do anything, I may go 3 months. I'll typically go year to date, and year to date it's up 28.63%. Not as good as some of the ETFs because they have other companies sprinkled in there that may have done better than Microsoft, and then you may have some that done worse than Microsoft. But at the end of the day, that ETF outperformed Microsoft by 8%, 28% versus 20%. Now, when I'm year to date, I can come through here and I can see exactly when did this go way down here. It was April 30th. Not sure what happened April 30th. And I guarantee this one in the middle is going to be August 5th. I can't remember, don't know what happened on August 5th. There it is, August 5th, only because I've been studying the charts and studying the market. That's how I didn't know what the first one was, but I knew that one was August 5th. And then we're going to come over to about right here. What happened around this time? Election time. It was down, only up 9.25%. Went up after the election, and just been going up ever since, man. And that's how we make our papers. So another company I would look at is Apple. A lot of people are loyal if they have an iPhone and they decide they want to get a notebook. They're going to look at the iPad more than likely. And then if they decide they want to get a laptop, they may save up for a MacBook Pro. A lot of people like to keep it in the same ecosystem, is what they call it. I personally have all three. I rarely use my iPad. I'm broadcasting now from my MacBook Pro, my laptop, and I have my iPhone to the left of me. So Amazon, man, if you're during the summertime or spring break or Christmas break, if you're a little younger or if you're on vacation, you cannot walk outside pretty much and stay outside more than 10 minutes without seeing an Amazon truck come by your house or a van or whatever those little things are. And they got all, they've caused every other major company to do same day delivery on this, same day delivery on that, because they're so huge. So I would definitely look at Amazon. Google is another one to look at. Google is another company to look at. It has been getting beat up because there's some lawsuits out against it. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over here and we're going to go here. And what I want to show y'all, let me let this catch up. There it is to the right. Notice right over here. Now, if I was on my phone, it'd be listed to the left. And I do most of my investments on the phone. But notice it has all the cryptocurrencies that I currently own at the top, right here. And then you have to go down, and it made my picture may be in the way. So I'll do stocks here, and then it's got stocks right here. So again, crypto, stocks. So if I was a beginner investor, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what your boy would do if I was a beginning investor. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that I probably need to own some type of crypto, and more than likely I need to have some type of exposure or own or holdings of Bitcoin. You got to be underneath a rock to not know that Bitcoin's doing something. I know last night, I want to say, I didn't see it per se, so I can't speak on that. I saw a post where it hit 107,000. It's currently, when I sold, it's 106,500 and some change. And I bought some of my Bitcoin at $16,000 when even your boy became skeptical and said, wait a minute, man, this was just 30 and 40. Now it's down to 60. Oh boy, Rod done got in it. Now I just want to go down, 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 baby. It just want to go down. And that's how I was really feeling. I didn't sell any, but I made the mistake of not buying any more. Let me rephrase it. Not buying as much as I should have, because I was still dollar cost averaging. But had I believed, and that's again, it goes back, had I done my research before investing any of my hard-earned money, I would have knew the history of Bitcoin. It's going to go down. It's going to take dips. And I would have kept investing. Matter of fact, I would have invested even more if I really believed in it. So I say all that to say, and right here. Now, what I'll do is I'll transfer. So it's $106,936. Crypto moves fast, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Today, it got us down here, and then it just shot up and did some stuff. But let's look in the last 3 months. That's roughly since the election. Look at here. Bitcoin was $60,000 on October 10th. $60,000 per coin. But you have to look at it. If you don't have 60,000, let's look at, you've worked your way up to 6,000. You didn't put another dollar in it since October 10th. You didn't know what was going to go on with the election. You let your $6,000 ride, and it went all the way up 46,000 more dollars to 106,000. So this went up 46,000, but your 6,000 would have went up 4,600. So instead of $6,000, you would have 10 grand. Hopefully y'all are following me, man. Bitcoin, I would at least have some Bitcoin. Now, it can get frustrating, and I'm gonna show y'all if I can. I'm gonna put $5 in here. So I type 5. The estimated amount that I'm gonna get, let me scroll up a little bit to try to get it above. There we go. That PBT symbol. Estimated Bitcoin is 0.00005581. It feels like you're not really getting anything. Just know that you're getting some and you're in the game. It's only 21 million of them out there. And a lot of them, I think if last time I checked, which was probably almost a year ago, it's like 2 million left. With these huge financial institutions creating these Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs, it's just a matter of time before they're going to run out, because now you don't just have individuals like Rod and Stacy and Charlie purchasing Bitcoin. Now you have financial institutions, a bunch of different companies with a bunch of different money swooping in on Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. Now, another thing I want to do is go back here. And then I want to give you some alternatives. If you just can't stomach that, you just can't stomach this whole $100,000, you want to get something that feel a little more controllable, or you just want to start. One thing, and it's rocking the news right now, is XRP. I'm right up here underneath me on the screen. Pepe, I wouldn't make one of my first. SHIB, I wouldn't make one of my first. XLM, which I'm getting ready to do a video on that hopefully tomorrow, is not a bad choice. Ethereum, people always say get Bitcoin, then get Ethereum, and then go to your other coins. I have Ethereum. I would probably do, if I had $25 or $20, I would do $15 Bitcoin, $5 Ethereum. See how the weight is shifted towards Bitcoin, and a lesser weight is shifted toward Ethereum. And then, maybe a Dogecoin or something like that, because I really believe Dogecoin is going to have a purpose one day. But XRP, let's look at XRP. Let's see what XRP has been doing. So XRP hit this big old, this is just today, it went up and went crazy like this because they're going to come out with a new stable coin, meaning XRP or Ripple is going to have a stable coin, meaning that one coin is worth $1. I don't want to get too deep into that. I'll do a separate video for that. But let's go for the last year. What? Now, I'm going to tell you, man, I did a video on this here, and notice how it was flat, went up a little bit flat. This was boring to me. This was no better than me sitting my money in a bank. The only reason I didn't sell it is I was too lazy to go into my cold wallet and transfer the crypto. I just finally did some this week, and it took me about 6 hours to get everything the way I wanted it. It normally wouldn't take that long. I had to update computers, update Ledger Nanos and all kind of stuff. So year to date, XRP year to date is up 301.13%. So where Rod was bored, because Rod money was moving, it shot up. And back here, man, I bought it. First time I bought, it was about 50 to 60 cents. Now it just went crazy, and it's currently almost at $250. That's 5 times my money. Well, I put $5 in there, now it's $25. I put $100 in there, it's now $500. If I put $1,000, it's now $5. I mean, 5 times my money when I bought it. This in the last year is up 300%. I bought it last year before, but I stopped putting stuff in it. That's one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Now we're going to talk about that mistake in something called dollar cost averaging. Now, unless you see a stock or an ETF or crypto just plummeting, it's going to have what they call red days, meaning the price is going to go down. Like, I'll go back to Bitcoin. And I'm going to give y'all an example of how I operate. Not saying what you need to do. So I'm going to go year to date in the past year. So right around here, Bitcoin was at $39,000. It then came back up, and it stayed there for a while. But then it started to go up. But a lot of people, when Bitcoin is going up, that's when a lot of people want to buy. They have FOMO, the fear of missing out. But what a real investor want to do is have some money set to the side in your Robinhood account. You can deposit it from your bank account, let it sit there. You're not timing the market, you're just being smart about your money. Now, you could do this, and it may happen ever so frequently, or you could do what we call dollar cost average. You get your investment day is every Friday, it's every 15th, or it's every first of the month, or you want to do it on the first and the 15th, however you want to do it. Go ahead and make an investment into your investments. You're not trying to time the market, because if you're constantly putting the same amount of money, you get a raise, put a little more, it's gonna go up. You may not make as much. Now, if you buy it at 50, if you bought it at 39,000, obviously if you buy it at 56,000, you're gonna get less, or 55,000, you're gonna get less Bitcoin. But you had no idea this was gonna do this. So you just keep buying, and then who knows? Even though it could have been 39, but it's 56, and now it's still up $50,000 more per coin. You'll hear people say, I'm going to DCA into this investment, or I'm DCA dollar cost averaging into this investment. So just keep that in mind. Now, so we've talked about the crypto. We've talked about the exchange traded funds again, and I'm going to go ahead and bring myself up here. There we go. And see if it'll let me do something here. Y'all bear with me here. Oh man, hopefully it looked like it froze me up. Lord have mercy. I don't know what it's doing there. I'm doing different angles because it looked like it froze me up, and we didn't want that. I'm gonna go back and share my screen and take this out. I tell you, this software here is something. At least I'm almost at the end. So. And let me see if the camera's still frozen. No, there we go. We back now, man. Boy, this gonna turn me 75 years old, man. Make sure we're on the right one. Yeah, we are. So there it is, man. Let me see. I don't know, because there's something wrong with the comments. Something was wrong. No, look like they may be rolling this time. So let me pull up some of these comments. And if y'all have any questions, please ask. Again, this is more of a trial and error, because I had to swap from StreamYard due to incompatibility with the Apple software and Canon software over to Ecamm Live, which I used to use years ago, and refamiliarize myself with it in a matter of a few days. So let me go ahead and go over this again real quick. Just beginning. Let's start with one investment. I would give VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. You can find it on Robinhood, Webull, Fidelity, Moomoo, anywhere out there you can find it. Robinhood, Moomoo, and Fidelity all will let you purchase fractional shares. What are fractional shares? Fractional shares are a portion of a full share. If a full share is $200, you only have $10, you're going to get $10 worth of the 200, and then you keep doing 10, maybe do 20, then do another 10, whatever you can afford. Just don't stop and not do anything. So let's see what we have here. And we got Why Loves to Motivate in the house says Robinhood is very user friendly. Yes, very user friendly. Very, very, very. And we got Meeting the High in the house. Part of the alliance saying, "What up, PBT? Peace to the chat." Yeah, I had to redo this, man. We had some technical difficulty, and I just couldn't go out like that. Why Loves Motivates out on a small amount of Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. Cool, cool, cool. And I like this comment because Why Loves is said I own a small amount. Well, a small amount is better than no amount. I'm telling you, if you take $5 a year, $5 a month, 12 months, $60. Now, that particular investment could go up 30 or 40%. Could. We don't know. We don't have a crystal ball. That $60 is now worth $100. You could say, well, I'm only investing a small amount, like $5. Some come up at the end of the year, you forgot to get your niece, your nephew, whoever a gift. You could look and say, wait a minute, man. I don't recommend this, but you have that $100 if you need to. And I'm telling you, man, as we get deeper into this game, one of the worst feelings that I get is withdrawing or selling stock and withdrawing the money. I hate that. Now, I don't mind selling stock and buying something better. I did something today. I didn't shoot a video for it. But selling it, transferring it to my bank, and using it for something else the whole time until I can get that money back in there the whole time, I'm sitting here saying, how much money am I losing? And that's the mindset I want people to get into. How much money am I losing? Not stopping at, I just withdrew $100 from my S&P 500 from VOO. I just drew $100 from there. Oh man, now it's only worth $400. Instead of $500, I had $500 there. I just withdrew $100. Now I only have $400 left. Man. Here's how Rod's going to think. That's how the actual person is going to think. Nothing wrong with that because you're feeling some pain of withdrawing the money. Here's how Rod's going to think. Wow, I just withdrew $100 from VOO. Now I have $400 left. I'm only making a return on $400 when I could have been making a return on $500. Let me do what I got to do to at least get that back to $500. You see the difference in the mindsets, the difference in the mentalities there? And Rod used to be that person that was like, man, I only have 400. Now, I only have 400 that's making money. I should have 500 that's making money. All right. So let's move on down here. Meet and I say, hey, yo. Yolanda speaking back to me. And Why Loves Motivate said, this is interesting. I'm listening. Thank you so much. That really means a lot, man. That really, really means a lot. Now, one thing I do want to reiterate, again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. You're going to have a notification bell on the left on subscribe and a down arrow on the right. You can hit either one of them. It's going to default to personalized. Make sure you select all so you don't miss out on future videos or live streams because we are about to crank it up on this channel in the high gear. It was supposed to go down Friday or Saturday, but we had the camera issues, but we found a workaround. So we're back. And as with all that being said, please, man, think about just 3 investments. Start looking now. Go and look at VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market Fund. Go and look at VOO. And all you got to do is go and Google. You ain't even got to open up no account. Google VOO ETF, or should be just type VOO and then type SPLG. And these are, now you're only going to pick VOO or SPLG. You're going to definitely get VTI. Second, you want to look at VOO and SPLG. And then thirdly, you want to look at a dividend ETF. We're going to start out with ETFs, exchange traded funds, and then we can move into the Amazons, the Walmarts, the Microsofts, the Apples, the MicroStrategies, and the list goes on and on and on. But let's have a safety net first and then get a little more risky. You know, at least I don't know. Everybody out there don't go to Vegas and thing, but I'm not gonna go to the blackjack table and know I only have 500, or go to the roulette table and put all 500 on red or black. No, I'm gonna take a little of my money, maybe $50, and get me some chips and I'm gonna try to work my way up. And I ain't gonna just sit up here and tell me no red or black. I wanna enjoy the situation. Same with stocks. So let me go down here. Me that I says good stuff. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, man. Hit that like button if you haven't already done so. That thumbs up down there. Help the video get pushed out. Yeah, 60 to 80% ETF is what I do. And what President said is what I said earlier. You want to have 60 to 80% of your investments in an exchange traded fund, because again, exchange traded fund could have 100 stocks in it like QQQ. It could have 500 like VOO or SPLG, which is the S&P 500, or it could be like VTI. It had a whole stock market. Then you have VGT, Vanguard Information Technology ETF, which has all your technology companies, your Teslas, your Nvidias, your Apples, your Microsofts. They're going to be there. So it really depends, but I like that 60 to 80. Welcome in, Prez. Lisa, yeah, I had to come back, man. I couldn't go out like that, Lisa. It was driving me nuts because of the latency, but I got it figured out, at least for now. And that did remind me, that's one of the reasons that I got rid of Ecamm and went to StreamYard, but was because of the lag. But I think I have the setting right now. And Lisa's waving, me tonight showing love to Lisa. Prayers is showing love to me tonight. Yeah, XOM is kind of beat down. Now, what I'll do, and if I don't know it, we'll pull it up. We'll share the screen, pull it up on Robinhood. But XOM is Exxon Mobil. It's not going to always be simple, but Exxon Mobil. And I was buying a lot of Exxon Mobil. I was buying it at a certain price. I was kind of my own options guy, but I wasn't doing options. I was doing a lot of kind of like stop losses. But I buy it at a certain price, sell it at a certain price, wait till it go down, buy it again. And I was doing Undo, which is a crypto like that as well, Undo Finance. But yeah, XOM is kind of beat down. And Lisa J. Stocks said, CrowdStrike drama back in the summer. Yeah, CrowdStrike, yeah, man. Like I said, it's a lot going on. But if you go into this with the mindset, say like a Rod or Lisa J. Stocks or a Prez the investor and other investors out there, that, hey, this is kind of fun. This could be fun. And think of yourself as an owner. Don't just say, I have stock in. I mean, I ain't talking about like doing no public service announcement or stand on the corner and have a bunch of people listening to you. But to yourself, as you're riding, maybe to work, maybe to the movie theater on a weekend, or maybe to wherever you're going, to the grocery store, look and say, yeah, man, hey, I just rode by Walmart. I own part of Walmart. It's probably a small part, but it's better than no part. Every time I walk into Kroger, y'all, this is no stuff. I walked into Kroger during Thanksgiving, I want to say the day before, there was so many people and then the lines were so long. While I'm waiting in line, instead of moaning and groaning and complaining, your boy pulled out Robinhood. It was through the day. I pulled out Robinhood, went straight to the Kroger, which I used to own, but I sold it, made a pretty good little profit. Bought me some Kroger stock right there while waiting in line in Kroger. Now, will Kroger be packed next week? Could be, maybe not. I don't know. But I know the one that I live by is always semi-packed, but it was to capacity on the day before Thanksgiving. So, all right, where we at here? Me and I said 60,000 is crazy. That's thing shot up. Yeah, man, it was $60,000 a coin. And now it's 100. And again, I remember when it was 16,000. And don't think, oh, that's too big for me. That's too much. Like right now, man, they say it. They always got something to say. I'll be glad when they identify themselves. But they said if you have 0.1, a tenth of a Bitcoin, you're gonna be okay in the future. I don't know if that's in my lifetime. I don't know if it's in 2065. I don't know when it is, 2095, it could be 2030, I don't know. But I know there are two types of people in this world. One that are in the parade and those that like to watch it go by. I'm going to be in the parade. Now, we don't know when the parade going to start, but your boy has a role in the parade. And that's how we need to start thinking. Why Loves Motivate said, wow. President Investor says, I remember 19K BTC. Yeah, and I might pull up my screen. I'm kind of scared to touch it because it was doing some crazy stuff earlier. But if I pull up the 5-year chart, I know it was 16. I grabbed up the share, and it might have been 19 now that I think about it. Why Loves Motivate said, every time I get a few extra dollars, I buy something. Bitcoin, Shiba Inu, Ethereum, something. Now notice how I just said Bitcoin, Shiba Inu, Ethereum, something. Now, a couple of months ago, you wouldn't catch Why Loves Motivate throwing these symbols out there, SHIB, ETH, BTC. You'll see people say Bitcoin. I don't like typing all that, man. I'm from the country. Now, again, in case you're just tapping in, this channel is all about showing you how to invest on a budget. And now, one thing I like about crypto, man, let me just put this out there. I love the fact that you can buy crypto 24/7. It's like the 7-Eleven of investing. Open all day and all night. Where the stock market, it opens at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time and closes at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. For me, I have to convert that to 8:30 Central. 3 o'clock is when it closes Central. So, like I know in California, you're talking 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I remember those days, you know, you having to have your investments in super early. You can always, sometime like on Robinhood, you can queue it up to make the purchase the following morning. So, all right. Why Loves Motivate said, for me, it's the consistency that I hope will pay off. Oh, and listening to your advice. Well, thank you so much. That really means a lot. And again, man, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling y'all what your boy doing. And I may share something here in a minute. I might share a little Bitcoin with y'all. I might. And it's just going to be one account. We got your favorite couple in the house. Also part of the line said, good evening, Rod and Chad. What's going on, man? I had to come back, man. YFC, you late. That's a running joke they have. YFC, welcome in and hello. And Lisa J. Stockson said 100. If you give Lisa and Prez's approval, it hurts like hell. Yeah, man. Your favorite couple, me and I thought it was at 7:35. I had my time. No, it was 7:35. We changed it. We actually changed it. And what I'm gonna do real quick, I hope I ain't about to make nothing blow up over here. You know how they said it's working there. Y'all always gotta mess with a little more. So let me. I'm gonna show you. I'm transparent on this channel. Some people say, well, yeah, I don't know if I would have showed all that. Well, I mean, I ain't got nothing to hide. It's real deal Holyfield. So give me a second. It's coming up. And well, I'm gonna show y'all one account, and then I'm gonna explain a couple things because I think my beginners need to know this, man. I really think they need to know this. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh no, last time I did that, that was a problem. We can do that. Okay. Go ahead and share my screen here. Hopefully it, yeah. And then put me up here. Tighten up on your back. I'm getting the touch, man. I'm getting the feeling for the flavor of a Pringle, man. I've been watching too-way TV. So this is my hard wallet, man. I'm gonna do a whole different live video on this. But what it's showing here is my Ledger account. That's what it's called, Ledger Nano X. That's the name of the company. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll up to Bitcoin. Bitcoin makes up 43% of my Ledger wallet. Keep in mind, I have Bitcoin all over the place. Webull Pay, I have Bitcoin in Robinhood, I have Bitcoin in Coinbase wallet, I have Bitcoin, or crypto, should I say, on Coinbase, and a couple other places. I have crypto. Just in case one thing blow up, man, I ain't gonna get caught up in the storm. All right, here it is, Bitcoin. There it is, y'all. So let me see if I can see some here. It may not let me show that. On my phone, it'll show you a little easier. We'll just use this here. We'll just use this. Hopefully y'all can see me circling this. My Bitcoin is up 229% since I purchased it. Not Bitcoin. My Bitcoin is up 229%. Now, Ethereum, that's what I was saying, up 29%. That's why I say I don't be feeling Ethereum. I don't just be making this stuff up. I do my research. And my research don't take long. I just look at these numbers and see which one is higher, which one is lower. And I said, I'm going to get rid of it, but I'm going to make some adjustments. Y'all, XRP. This is why I was lazy. It's up 307%. Cardano up 78%. Solana is not showing anything. It's probably refreshing. And Polygon, which I sold quite a bit the other day, is down 40%. I'm going to let this ride because if I can get that back up, it'll equal out to my initial investment because the money I got rid of, I kind of had made profit. So, and look, near. I don't have that much, $154, but I'm up 148%, baby. I'm telling you, man. And I'm not no guru. I just read and watch, man. Read and watch, baby. That's all you got to do. Read and watch, man. Read and watch. But I wanted to show y'all, up 229%. Remember, I mentioned XRP for beginners up 307%. And then I also mentioned Ethereum, which could give us 29, and then Solana is updating. So there it is, man. I'm telling y'all. It's out there. It's out there for the taking. The bacon's out there for the taking, baby. Think I'm playing? Go over there and look yourself, man. You ain't got to take my word for it. We got information, man, showing the crib, man. Somebody asked about you not too long ago. Glad to have you here, my brother. Hey, y'all, check him out. This dude here is the real deal. Very knowledgeable brother coming off the West Coast, man. President Prez said you call it transparent. I call it a video diary, you know. And a lot of content creators can go back and look at their progress, you know. I was thinking about, just to give y'all the idea, I was thinking about SPLG, one of the exchange traded funds or ETFs. And I heard Prez talking about he had left VTI and started putting, he didn't sell it, but he just started moving his VTI allocations, the money he would normally put into VTI, he started putting them over into SPLG. Cheaper price. I watched a video the other night, DRG, that's how I kind of knew. DGRO was better than SCHD. I'm always studying, man. Becoming a master of your craft. The day you stop learning, the day I stop learning is the day I want to stop existing. The day I want to stop living. You always learn. Your favorite couple showing love, the Information Man show. He's showing love back. Yeah, much respect to you, brother. Salute, man. Salute to you. And David, what's up, David, man? Hopefully you're subscribed to the channel. I don't think I've seen you here before, so it's a pleasure to have you here. And then you come here with some knowledge as well. There are good bonuses on swag bucks for crypto accounts. And some everybody may want to look into. Like I make interest off my Solana and my Ethereum through Coinbase. I want to say it's like 4 to 5% interest on my Solana crypto and about 2.5% on my Ethereum, but it's just sitting there. I'm not out here making crypto purchases or crypto exchanges every day. Now, I will tell y'all, man, one of the things that I found myself as a beginner and even now caught up in, let's say you go watch, not one, not two, but you're on YouTube or something, or you're on the news, Yahoo Finance, whatever, but let's just say you're on YouTube, and you see 5, 6, 7 different content creators that don't even know each other talking about the same investment. We'll just use SCHD. That don't mean go buy none, but what I'm gonna do is relook at a couple of videos and see why is everybody talking about this particular ETF. Y'all got to get with these acronyms, man, because said exchange traded funds take a long time for me. So I'm gonna look at these ETFs and say, wait a minute, SHD, yeah, I like that. I like that. 25% for every share I own every quarter, but then I go to DGRO and it could be a little higher. And if it's not a little higher, I'll make it more return on my investments. So it's it's just really all about becoming a master of your craft. And just investing is not a sprint, it's a marathon. I can't say that enough. It is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And I will tell you, one of the best feelings that are outside of creating new life or anything like that is having an account, remembering why you started this account or how you funded this account, and going back a year or 2 or 3 years later or 5 years later and say, man, I forgot all about that, but I kept putting this $5, $10, $20 in there every payday, every month, and whoa, I got a couple $1,000s. It happened to me with Stash. I was doing I had to finally got the right numbers I was using. I was putting $5 a day and $25 on Friday, not counting Saturday and Sunday, into my Stash account. Every time I rolled by 7-Eleven, instead of getting powdered donuts, I deposited $5. And when I got ready to go in there and move that money from Stash to somewhere else, I had about $8,000 there. Yeah, I put a few dollars in there when I maybe got a promotion or got a bonus or something. If I get a bonus, I'm not thinking about what can I buy next. If I get a bonus, at least 75% of that money is going to get invested. The other 25, I may find something to do with it, but I ain't really worried about what all I can always go buy. Like your favorite couple said, remember, your why will always determine your purpose. So true. Why am I making this investment? Why? Do I want to be rich? Do I want to be comfortable when I retire? Do I want to have some money so when my children or nieces and nephews go to college, they can't be told no because of funds or capital or cash, whatever you want to call it? That happened to me. I got a Pell Grant for 1 year going to college straight out of school, out of high school. I didn't know the rules behind it. I messed it up because I went to school, but I didn't attend class. Let that resonate and marinate. But come the following year, I was able to go the first and second semester. Come the third semester, I had messed up the Pell Grant. My family didn't have any money to send me, and I was stuck like Chuck. So a lot of people are starting now to get their kids prepared, or their nieces and nephews, whoever it is. Or, like, I got a series on this channel. I'm trying to buy my next car with investments. I could go do it right now with investments I've already made, but I kind of want to. It's getting cold in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where I'm broadcasting. So, and for those of you that know, my car was in a bad hailstorm, so I don't have a back window. I could get it fixed, but the rest of the car looked like crap. So, but your purpose, remember your why would determine your purpose. And with that being said, man, I want to keep these short. I want to keep them to the point. I just have to remember how to get out of this software and make sure I end the live. But do me a favor, man. Start looking now. I'm not saying start investing now, but don't make no New Year's resolution. Don't do it on the 1st. That's a holiday anyway. Do it like the 2nd or the 3rd. Do it the 30th or the 31st. The day after Christmas. Don't make this no resolution, because resolutions is just something people come up with 2-3 months later. They gone to the wayside. Make this a reality for you. Not a reality for Rod, not a reality for other than your family, nobody else. Make it for you and your family. You'll be surprised at what you can do. Again, thank you for tapping into Investing with Rod. I am your host that sometimes does the most, your boy Rod. And again, on this channel, we talk about stocks, crypto, exchange, traded funds, but more importantly, we show you how to invest on a budget. Get ready to get up out of here. Hope y'all have a great day. Hope you have a blessed and prosperous rest of your week. I will be coming at y'all soon, dropping more heat, dropping more fire, dropping more knowledge, more importantly, showing you how to invest on a budget. And as I end each and every live stream, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. I can guarantee you. We'll be coming at y'all soon, man. Dropping the heat. Much love, baby. Peace. Y'all have a good one, man. I had to find the end the broadcast button. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace, y'all.